About you went back to Sonor a few years ago. You
Yes.
happy?
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was with Sonor for getting on 19 years before I left to go with Premier. And the reason I left Sonor, and there was a lot of issues. The main one was that the Link family, who formed Sonor way back in 178, 80 years back, Otto Link and the family, it was in their family for years, right? And then Horst Link, who owned the company at that time, he had 2 sons and a daughter, sold it to Honor in the early 90s. And things just didn't work out for me. I didn't work well with the new people that were from Honor. And I had an issue and a run-in with the artist, the A&R guy, that I actually trained on drum tours and drum clinics or shows. I don't do clinics, they're drum shows, right? And we were in New Zealand, and the guy had forgotten to send a 11-piece drum set. Anyway, it was a straw that broke my back with Sonor, right? And this guy really messed it up, and I moved on, and I went with Premier for 22 years. And now Premier Drums decided they weren't going to make English-made drums anymore, so they basically fired the master craftsman, a guy called Keith Keogh, and the 6 guys that worked with him. And there I am, stuck with a British drum company that are not making British drums, which is the reason I went back I went with Premier in the first place, because they were a British company. So I'm flying the flag, you know, oh yeah, it's very, you know. So I phoned up Karl Heinz, and now Karl Heinz and I remained friends all these years. And he said, would you like to come over to Germany and we'll sit and have a meeting? And this was September of 2015, right? And this was before, you know, the album was being released that month. I think it was September the 4th the album was released. And I hadn't got a drum company. So, you know, I went over to meet with Sonor, with my manager, Andy Taylor, not Rod. Oh, no! And Andy, we sat and we said, you know, we'd like this drum set, I'd like gold hardware, you know, and the SQ2 range of drums was in the Sonor line. You could have black chrome, regular silver chrome, or gold. And he said, we do that. I said, no, everything, all the stands. Oh. So this is a bit difficult. And anyway, they decided that was going to be the case, and we made we did exactly the same sizes as the drum set that I used in 1983, 84 rather, actually 85, which are all square sizes, 6 through 16 hanging tom. So we knew the shells. I went with a 9-ply beach shell, which was what I used in the old days, but in the old days they were like 5/8 of an inch thick. The new 9-plies are about 1/4 of an inch, half that size, because it's the new technology. And then they made the chrome, the gold chrome, but they 24-karat gold plated it. So that drum set, if you go down and look at on the drums at Sonor and KHS downstairs, the drum set's on display. It's actually 24-karat gold. Eat your heart out, Neil Peart. So and I didn't ask for that. Yeah. And you know, what an incredible story for me, and how humbling for me after 22 years of being with a different brand. I go back with Sonor and they made me a 24-karat gold plated drum set.